OPM chairman says there will be no surrender of arms. Concerns of abuse of sacred Tumbuan culture. And Prime Minister says post-APEC economy picking up.
This is National EMTV News with Helen Sayer.
Good evening, this is Thursday's news. Thank you for your company. The fight for freedom for West Papua will continue, says Jeffrey Bomanak, chairman of the Organisasi Papua Merdeka, or OPM. Bomanak made this announcement today, saying there will be no surrender of arms and the fight will continue until world authorities hear the plea of West Papuans and take action.
Today's event was an open forum to push for political negotiations with Indonesia over West Papua's 57-year fight for independence. It was also a forum to discuss and address a recent conflict in the Central Highlands of West Papua, where alleged chemical weapons were used on a village. OPM chairman Jeffrey Bomanak says as long as there is military occupation in that region, the West Papua Liberation Army will continue to fight.
The OPM will continue to resist and fight until the Indonesian colonial power recognize the independence of the Papua nation pursuant the proclamation of the 1st July 1971.
His main message was to the United Nations. Bomanak called for an assessment team to be sent to investigate human rights abuses and the alleged use of chemical weapons.
To use the good offices of the United Nations Secretary General in order to bring the crisis which has been unfolding on the Papuan ancestral land of Dugaman Getelema since December 2018.
Activist for Free West Papua and Oro Governor Gary Jufa says world superpowers preach about freedom but turn a blind eye on this 57-year conflict. He says the entire region is not free until there is freedom in West Papua.
Every human being has a right to be free. And each and every one of us, as Pacific Islanders, as Melanesians, have a responsibility to demand freedom for our people. The Pacific cannot be free when our people are oppressed and imprisoned on their own land like this.
Stanley Over Jr., National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Indonesia has agreed to allow the Office of the UN Human Rights Commissioner into West Papua to investigate alleged human rights abuses. The Office of the Commissioner has been in talks with Indonesian authorities and has been given the permission to go into the areas where they say have been experiencing prevailing human rights abuses. This also comes off the back of a petition presented to the UN to put West Papua back on the Decolonization Committee agenda after escalations in attacks, including alleged chemical attacks. The petition had over 1.8 million signatures on it, which represented over 70% of West Papua's population. National Capital District Governor Powes Pakop has called on the government to come up with better policies to address the continuous human rights abuse in West Papua. Speaking at the first ever Free West Papua media conference today, Governor Pakop said fear is driving people and the government to not support this fight for freedom.
Since independence, Papua New Guinea has seen Indonesia as a sovereign nation, with West Papua being an integral part of Indonesia. Speaking at the conference today, NCT Governor Powes Pakop said the country must change its policy to address the issues of West Papua.
Government policy is not very precise or not very... I have not seen any sedition or discussion on this issue. We can push and we must push for this policy to change. We all got to align the Papuan group.
The issue of human rights abuse in West Papua has been ongoing for almost 57 years, and most countries are not supporting this fight for freedom because of fear and other national interests. Governor Pakop urged the people of PNG to be brave and support this fight.
Situation inside West Papua is escalating. It will escalate further, and if it goes further, we will inherit a bigger problem. So we have to find solution and not remain stubborn, fearful of Indonesia, and not open, our mouth to say what we should be saying, what is ethically and morally right for us to say.
Oro Governor Gary Jufa also said similar sentiments, saying West Papua should be free to decide on their own future.
We too deserve to live with freedom and dignity on our own land and determine our own future and construct our own future. Design it the way it ought to be so that our children and their children and so forth can live in peace.
The Free West Papua Media Conference hosted today was the first of its kind, and more activities will be organized to support their fight. Rayon Lakingu, National EMTV News.
A recently published Chinese fashion advertisement which featured the sacred Tumbuans of East New Britain has received vast condemnation from the East New Britain people. The advertisement was photographed in the province in June of last year and published 3 days ago by the France-based Icicle fashion design company. The picture spread shows the Tumbuans surrounding an Asian woman in various outfits.
This is the fashion advert published 3 days ago by the Icicle fashion company on its YouTube channel. The advertisement is not only attractive, but it is one that has drawn criticisms from the East New Britain people, who are largely offended by its content. Many East New Britain people have gone on social media, particularly Facebook, to vent their frustrations, demanding an explanation on who is behind the move that made this happen. The Gazelle MP and Police Minister Jeltha Wong is one of many who has vented his frustration on his Facebook page, stating it is immoral, disrespectful and wrong. The Tumbuan is easily recognizable for its conical mask and its spherical leafy dress. It is worshipped by the East New Britain male society, whose members strictly guard its secrets from women and children. Meanwhile, a staff member from the Icicle fashion group has since responded to the public outcry which has mounted over the last 2 days. Yichu Kabanina, a sales assistant with the fashion company, has sent an email to a senior member of the East New Britain provincial government stating it was not their intention to hurt the East New Britain people, but part of the company's philosophy to approach in search of the harmony between man and nature. The Icicle is an international fashion brand specialized in clothing designs and is based in Paris, France. It is understood the East New Britain Tourism Authority had initially authorized the company to proceed with the publicity as part of East New Britain's tourism campaign. The East New Britain Tourism Board, meanwhile, has sent a notice to the Paris-based fashion company to pull down all its adverts, videos and posts using the Tumbuans in their displays. Edwin Fidelis, National EMTV News, Kokopo.
Amidst expressed concerns on the state of the economy post-APEC, Prime Minister Peter O'Neill gave an optimistic economic outlook this morning when addressing the country's private sector. He told attendees at the business breakfast to expect economic growth in 2019, adding that the growth will be open and inclusive for all.
The real gains are long-term.
While addressing the country's private sector this morning, Prime Minister Peter O'Neill declared that the country is on the cusp of another economic boom. Listing resource projects on the pipeline like the Papua LNG project and Wafi Golpu, he said the construction phase of said projects will usher an economic boom similar to the construction phase of the PNG LNG project.
7 years ago, we were in the middle of a construction boom that included the first PNG LNG project and the expansion of the Lear mine. And today we are on the cusp of the next economic boom period. That includes the Papua LNG project, Wafi Golpu project, the new electrification and communication partnership project, and many other new investments, both public and private.
Also this morning, Prime Minister O'Neill was adamant that legislation to protect small to medium enterprises would be passed in the next sitting of Parliament. He said this would be done in consultation with all stakeholders, saying the draft Foreign Investment Regulatory Bill will be put in place to protect SMEs.
We are putting together a list of reserve businesses in the SME sector that we all know can be better operated by Papua New Guineans. This is not an exhaustive list, but it is a starting point. I want to assure the business community that we will work together with you to ensure that this is fair and functional, and certainly does not disadvantage current and future investments. We are open to further dialogue, and we will continue to hear your concerns. We need to protect against unfair advantage taken by over our citizens. Foreign investment in SMEs backed by unfair capital is not a way to go. Longer term, we will establish an independent and fair foreign investment review board that can look at investments so that it can protect our national interests and our people.
Leanne Girari, National EMTV News.
The Chinese nationals who were implicated in what has been described as the manufacturing of counterfeit cigarettes in Port Moresby have had their visas cancelled and will be deported. The directive from the Immigration and Border Security Minister Petrus Thomas comes 48 hours after PNG Customs Commissioner Ray Paul came out publicly defending the Chinese company, stating it was operating legally.
A statement released at 3:20 this afternoon from Immigrations and Border Security Ministry states that 3 of the 17 Chinese nationals currently in the country will be deported. The other 14 who are out of the country will have copies of their deportation orders served to them through their employer. The decision to deport these Asians come 18 hours before their case is expected to go before the Waigani Committal Court tomorrow.
Production of these illegal cigarettes is seized by the National Drug and Wine Squad with the assistance of the mobile squad.
Last Thursday, a team of police officers from the Drugs and Wine Squad raided the warehouse where cigarettes were illegally manufactured. They discovered a large amount of cigarettes which were ready and packed for distribution.
Shipment of the the products, I couldn't say how many have been sold out, but about 4 boxes which we saw yesterday was prepared and packed to be sent to a store at Kavieng.
However, on Tuesday this week, PNG Customs defended the Chinese-owned company and said it was licensed to operate.
As in this case, we have a company that has been operating for the last 8 years. And the company has complied with customs regulations. We've issued them customs license to operate. They've been importing, and only this year they intend to go into manufacturing.
That is a licensed premises. They are licensed to manufacture cigarettes. If they had consulted us, we would have probably approached it differently. If they found any other thing, we will look into that. If it's drugs, whatever they found, anything illicit, porn, anything, we will look into those issues. As it is, we weren't consulted, a raid happened, customs got hammered.
Meanwhile, the Chinese company has obtained a court order preventing police from conducting further investigations into this. This case goes before the committal courts tomorrow. Thekla Gunga, National EMTV News.
You at National EMTV News will have more stories for you after these short messages. Stay tuned.
Original, classy and elegant is our winning combination. At Queen Emma Chocolate, we are passionate about creating PNG's very own chocolate from locally grown cocoa. That is why, from bean to bar, we ensure the quality is at the core of our products. PNG's very own chocolate, perfect for any occasion. Share the taste of success with Queen Emma Chocolate.
Axion, the grease stripper, is more powerful than ever before. It is now 100% effective in grease removal. Every concentrated dab is packed with grease and oil stripping power. A breakthrough dishwashing solution. Axion has 100% effective grease stripping power. No oiliness, no bad odor, no struggle. This is the best grease stripping dishwashing paste from Axion, the grease stripper. Axion, 100% effective in grease removal.
The Jumbo Stock Take sale is on now. PNG's biggest sale of the year, and it's on throughout January. Grab yourself savings so big you won't believe your eyes. So bag yourself a bumper bargain before they disappear. The Jumbo Stock Take sale at Brian Bell Home Centers. The sale is on now.
In our harsh and vibrant landscape, Dulux Weather Shield is the perfect choice to protect your building against everything Mother Nature throws at it. Worth doing, worth Dulux.
Are you serious? Is this the fastest you can go? Get out of here. Internet speed with Telecom PNG. I repeat, Telecom PNG is the fastest. The fastest here in PNG. So connect today to experience the difference. Telecom PNG, always there.
Share the fun with Big Boy Gum and enjoy the colorful thrill. Flavor, surprise, and chewy excitement. You feel happy, you know you will. Have some fun, hold on, young, yeah. Come on, everyone, whoa. Go Big Boy Bubble Gum.
Look out, Australia. 60 Minutes begins 2019.
Why don't you man up?
Kicking down doors.
Have a great incarceration.
It's one explosive,
The problem you have is that people don't like you.
hard-hitting,
You're seen as lazy, selfish, a brat.
must-see Sunday. And new reporter Sarah Arbo joins Australia's #1. 60 Minutes returns new Sunday.
Welcome back to the news. Deputy Speaker of Parliament Jeffrey Komal presented the incident report for the damages done to the House late last year. The report was compiled and submitted by the Damage Assessment Committee following the rampage by members of the security forces who demanded answers for their outstanding allowances for APEC summit operations. According to the report, the cost of damage stands at 8 million kina. Komal said the action by the forces showed disrespect for the Speaker's office, the Parliament and democracy of the country. The report also recommended that a new security system be adopted and costs incurred to be charged to the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary and the Correctional Service. About 120 security force personnel were involved in the incident. The opposition has questioned the government regarding the sale of Pearl South Pacific Resort in Fiji, a hotel bought by Mineral Resources Development Company, the state agency responsible for landowner grants for oil and gas projects in the country. Opposition leader Patrick Puraj demanded answers from Prime Minister Peter O'Neill if government is aware of the sale. A supplementary question by Moresby Northwest MP Somakera Marauta was dispelled by the Prime Minister.
Can the Prime Minister confirm, number one, whether this hotel has been sold? Number two, if so, can the Prime Minister disclose the details of this particular transaction? Number three, who are the new owners of this hotel? But I want to assure the good opposition leader that I will answer that question tomorrow. Let me seek advice from MRDC and the board of MRDC on the details of the transaction. I am not aware of who the buyer is, but I will confirm the buyer tomorrow as well.
Intergovernment Relations Minister Kevin Isifu reiterated in Parliament today that the Border Development Authority has been abolished. Minister Isifu said through an NEC decision the entity is not operative. Isifu made this response following questions from South Bougainville MP Timothy Masiu over alleged abuse by officers of the organisation.
Number 5, can an audit be carried out into the authority's operation and its finances? And finally, is the acting CEO fit and proper person to hold this office? If not, then why is he not being replaced with someone who is more qualified and competent and can run the organization.
Regarding all issues you concern, you raise him on all mismanagement issues. Yes, Honorable Member, I'm big plow serious concerns. Serious concerns, and this time come up long area blue as well. Come up to long all North border provinces.
Eastern Highlands Governor Peter Numu has given a detailed statement of his move to the opposition. Governor Numu says from impact projects to government grants, leaders have been suppressed by the ruling government. Numu described his move as being in the best interest of his people and that it was not a political stunt or childish move as alluded to by Deputy Prime Minister Charles Abel and Prime Minister Peter O'Neill.
I'm notifying this speaker that I'm taking the other side of the house.
Very good.
As the young governor. Thank you.
4 days after crossing the floor of government to opposition, Eastern Highlands Governor Peter Numu has come out to explain himself. He was flanked by members of the opposition team, including Deputy Leader Timothy Masiu. Governor Numu made it clear that his move was to fight for the rights of his people and keep a check and balance on the government of the day.
So, me walking the decision of floor of parliament is not for political glory or not for doing some kind of stunt. You can talk about stunt law, movies and all this, you can talk about stunt. But in the floor of parliament, you may talk business for people.
His move to opposition was described by senior government members as childish and a mere political stunt. Numu has called for a retraction of comments made by the Prime Minister and his deputy. He also said that for too long, members of the parliament have been suppressed.
Example where other governors blow you say talk too much, let's action it. If this government, national government, this government now, only label government in Luxavalo, why wasting your time? You stop government side and talk yes, that's all stuff. It's about time we say no. And I've set the example. I came out clear on the floor of parliament. As the elected leader, I crossed over and I said no, enough of letting you being suppressed all the time.
The opposition has spoken highly of the affirmation to Governor Numu. Welcoming him last week, they reiterated that Numu has taken a bold step despite being a first-time politician.
Any more members of parliament who wants to move over and so that we can all stand together and fight for our rights, talk about the issues that affects us every day and our people every day.
The opposition team will return to Goroka this Friday for a rally to inform the people of Eastern Highlands about Governor Numu's move to cross the floor.
Not because that the governor left the government for his own political reason, no, but because of a greater agenda and greater issue that the people of Goroka are included in it.
Jack Lapava Jr., National EMTV News.
A handful of provinces are yet to present their 2019 provincial budgets to Treasury. Treasurer Charles Abel urged them to submit their appropriated budgets for Treasury to validate and make available funds to deliver services. Abel reiterated that the national government is keen to assist all levels of government so budget goals are achieved.
Over the last couple of weeks, we've been gradually receiving all the provincial budgets from the respective provinces as they take on board the outcomes of the 2019 budget, national budget, and then they have their provincial process with the Provincial Executive Council, Provincial Assembly, and then the final formality is to get an endorsement from the Department of Treasury.
The West Sepik provincial government has presented its 2019 budget to the Treasury Department. Governor Tony Wowo says a key instrument in driving projects forward is to raise the province's internal revenue collection level.
I present to you for your approval. We are trying our best. We're trying to make sure that by this year we might raise our internal revenue. Last year was not good, but this year we might be doing better. We raised a little bit last year. It shows that our revenue is not picking up slowly. Hopefully by this year we might do much better.
In the last term of government, West Sepik was earmarked by the government to build 3 impact projects: an international highway to Indonesia, a cocoa factory and an international wharf.
Yeah, totaling of 168,111,404 kina. Based on this presentation, I now seek your approval in accordance section 105A of the Organic Law on Provincial and Local Level Governments.
With the stakes high to see a new wharf and other impact projects, the national government will be working closely with the provincial government. The agriculture sector is one key component West Sepik will support to grow its revenue and support communities.
Good things happening coming forward from national government, in particular the European Union assisted large agriculture project, particularly around cocoa. It's an 85 million euro project that is going to benefit East and West Sepik, and we hope to get that moving.
Treasurer Charles Abel says the budget will go through the normal vetting process before 2019 funds are ended down.
And then the final formality is to get an endorsement from the Department of Treasury. So this is part of that same process, and we're doing our very best through the department to facilitate those clearances so that provincial governments and local level governments also can get on with expending their appropriations for 2019 and deliver services to our people. So,
Jack Lapava Jr., National EMTV News.
Here with Thursday's news, we'll bring you more after the break.
Original, classy and elegant is our winning combination. At Queen Emma Chocolate, we are passionate about creating PNG's very own chocolate from locally grown cocoa. That is why, from bean to bar, we ensure the quality is at the core of our products. PNG's very own chocolate, perfect for any occasion. Share the taste of success with Queen Emma Chocolate.
Kids, it's time to go back to school.
Go back to school with great deals from Theodist. Buy one backpack and get the second one at 50% off. Also offering 20% off on all Diodora school shoes. Spend 120 and receive a 10 kina free gift card. But that's not all. Buy a HP laptop and get a wireless printer plus a 50 kina gift card free. So what are you waiting for?
Theodist, for all your school stationery.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
MAPEX Training Institute. Job-oriented certificate in plant operator and motor vehicle training courses includes mobile crane, excavator, light motor vehicles, semi-trailer, prime mover and many more. For school leavers grade 6, 8, 10th, 12th and the working class, enrollment is now open for January 27, 2019 intakes. For more information, call us on 323-2063 or email info@mapextraining.com.pg.
I love the way you taste.
I love the easy meal.
I love family dinner time.
I love my true kind.
I love the quality. I love the yummy smell.
I love the energy and strength.
I love my true kind.
So many reasons, all of us agreeing. So put on your t-shirts and let's all sing.
I love my true kind.
I love my true kind.
I love my true kind.
Let's sing it again.
I love my true kind.
I love my true kind.
I love my true kind.
PNG's rice,
the very best rice, 'cause we all love a true kind.
Welcome back to the news. This morning, landowners from 5 regions of Koyari in the Central Province converged on Vulupindi House in a show of dissatisfaction to what they claimed was undue political influence over outstanding benefit payments. According to the landowners, a ministerial directive had been issued for the printing of a cheque to a certain landowner faction, as opposed to an entity set up to benefit the greater Koyari people.
Busloads of landowners representing the Hogeri, Sirinumu, Sogeri Central, Rona and Behuri people of Koyari converged on Vulupindi House this morning, upset over outstanding payments. Despite the large number of landowners present, their protest was largely peaceful.
Way long addressing with these issues. So we come down now, you talk China. Me to me, clear. So you talk China about
According to Chairman of Rona Landowners, Babea Toina, the issue of payments was further exacerbated following revelations that a cheque was issued to a single landowner entity as a result of a ministerial directive. This has not gone down well with landowners from the 5 Koyari regions.
Due to misunderstanding, the 5 million kina payment was released on the 29th of last month. Last year, wrong people. These are the genuine landowners of Rona Power Hydro and Sirinumu landowners and Sogeri Central. As our coming this morning, we are asking the government to pay our 10 million as of today.
The landowners giving an ultimatum for the Department of Finance to pay by 4:06 p.m. this afternoon.
As of this afternoon, this morning, people all landowners belong. Koyari, the 5 regions, now people come Staplo here. People like the government must pay people 10 million kina as of now before 4:06 in the afternoon. Then people by go back to home. Suppose government not pay people by still stop till tomorrow. Government must address him. Now pay people 10 million kina as of 4:06 this afternoon.
The payment made to one single entity has upset these landowners who are claiming a ministerial directive was made to facilitate this payment. According to Sogeri Central Landowner Chairman Arua Soge, a ministerial determination in 2018 had directed that all landowner payments for Koyari landowners be made through to Koyari Sustainable Development.
The issue is that as a lands minister, he's also gone ahead to actually solicit for them through the Ministry of Treasury to release 5 million kina to Rona Omani Group. Now, we don't have a problem with that. The problem is that it's released to a single group. But if you look at the specifics of the NAC decision on the Koyari Sustainable Development funding package, it is basically earmarked for the entirety of the Koyaris.
Whilst today's protest was largely peaceful, there are concerns that if not handled well, essential power and water supply into Port Moresby could be affected, something which these landowners have not ruled out.
If they mobilize and try to do something in the majority vote stance, that could be the case. It could be the case.
Meribatulo, National EMTV News.
A group claiming to represent the people of Lower Koyari has distanced itself from today's protest at Vulupindi House. Saroa Beredi, chairman of the Narime clan, spoke to EMTV News this afternoon, saying his group was not a party to the events earlier in the day. Mr. Beredi called on the aggrieved parties to bring their grievances back to the Ministerial Committee for endorsement rather than protesting.
Now, we come clearly now protest come up lo uripindi front ya mi clearly mo mi plo luna ruba ko cleanse Narime Behuri Omani mi plo include mi plo excluded sla. So now we protest lo calling them Rona ya mi clearly mo slam contempt of court because court order all breach him. So as anything outside of Rona or must go back to Ministerial Committee. So Ministerial Committee must work endorsement na. I'm a find out so who said by give money.
A senior police officer in Enga province is taking the lead in effective policing amidst reports of increased police brutality cases in Papua New Guinea. Enga Police, under Provincial Police Commander Joseph Tondop, recently launched their Action Plan 2019 to 2020. It's the first of its kind for a Provincial Police Command to launch such an action plan, but the force in Enga believes it is time for them to step up in their line of duty.
The Action Plan 2019 to 2020 will achieve certain objectives of the Royal Papua New Guinea's modernization program. It will be used as a guide to assist station commanders, senior NCOs and section heads to perform their duties responsibly. The man behind it, PPC Joseph Tondop, says the plan is a working tool to measure effective policing service, partnering with to end tribal fights in the province. This year, he launched his action plan to correct weaknesses in the command, from standards of discipline with rank and files in the province, including their family members, restoration of public confidence, identify contributing factors of law and order, rebuilding of police capacity to meet the expected outcome, and promoting economic growth by providing adequate manpower to business houses.
Something to was a plenty heavy yourself. After the community, you need police, family, you need to unite too long. Some people thinking like side of spirit to one. So example something like plenty. This law. That be launching this law action.
PPC Tondop says he is expecting his policemen and women, including their family members, to live by example and be law-abiding citizens for change to occur. Vasinata Yama, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
The communities of Wapinamanda electorate in the Enga province have shown great interest to know more about financial literacy. More than 300 locals underwent a 3-week business development skills training at Wapinamanda recently. Yesterday, Bank of PNG, through My Bank, set up an agent in Wapinamanda for little people to receive loans and start up small and medium business ventures.
With the people's interest and eager to learn more about financial literacy, the Bank of PNG facilitated a training under its microfinance expansion project, as well as setting up an agent at Wapinamanda. More than 30,000 people at Wapinamanda will now have access to banking services. As a regulator, BPNG works with financial and commercial institutions such as Me Bank to educate the rural population about banking. Yesterday at Wapinamanda, BPNG training specialist Sebastian Mugup told the participants and the public to learn to save money in the bank for future use.
You got master's degree, you got PhD, you got diploma, you got one of your senior public servant. Now you can dinner money, and you are financially illiterate because fortnightly you know all about it.
A trade store owner at Wapinamanda, Kelly Yaka, who makes 75,000 kina a year from his trade store, said he always deposits his money, which makes him able to get loans. Yaka, who now has a coaster bus, a truck and a trade store operating every day, encouraged others to adopt a savings culture. Meanwhile, unemployed people and subsistence farmers are also urged to open bank accounts with Me Bank to be able to get loans and start up small businesses.
You meet the community, you meet like working to something in the community. I must have look. I'll be you blow you know you blow chimpas quanta blow.
BPNG's microfinance expansion program has produced Me Bank and the Center for Excellence and Financial Inclusion Program, or CEFI. It is a program designed to strengthen the growth of microfinance sector in PNG and to eliminate financial exclusion for poverty. It simply means to give financial services to the 85% of the unbanked population in the country.
Education must go, training must go, must go. Over the place, over the LLG, over the communities, over the water system, training must go.
Fascinata Yama, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
The Erapuana Road in Morebe's Nawai district is being maintained by the National Works Department due to continuous rains and worsening road conditions. The road is accessed by a population of over 5,000 and also has economic benefits as it is used to transport coffee and garden produce to Lae. The district's Chief Executive Officer, James Liapukali, says it has always been difficult maintaining the Erapuana Road due to limited funding.
This man is a PMV driver. He drives from Boana to Lae and back using this road. Moses McKine says it has always been difficult accessing this road when there's continuous rain. The road gets flooded and a lot of time is wasted on how to get past this bad road condition.
Road maintenance must come up. Ligri hanlo te mipla still bagrabi molta ol carlo spring na this causa. Some na mipla ni dim. Road maintenance must go direct road district na Guensaro ligri hanlo from mipla.
This machine is being used to fix the Erapuana Road. The service is provided by the National Works Department. It is funded by Nawai District and Morbe Provincial Government through the Transport Infrastructure Grant at a cost of 500,000 kina. The District Administrator for Nawai District, James Liapukali, said the Erapuana Road needs more funding so the people can access the road every day.
We are fortunate that all machine now, time rain now all come in really helpful to our road, especially Erapuana Road. So every day we still access long movement blockari go come established.
This road you need him still Batakat. Batakat must come go. Now road bringing me go. We need more money. So me am so same government belong province na government national government you can put him on long here. Blow help him. Just la economy and social infrastructure road.
The Erapuana Road condition has been a concern for the locals there for many years. Mr. Liapukali said the district will continue to construct the roads to help maintain it. He has called on the District Development Authority, the administration and the provincial government to work together to deliver services. Julie Badui Oa, National EMTV News, Lae.
Heavy rain in Oro Province on Monday night has left a bridge partly damaged. The Oro Provincial Disaster Office confirmed that the damaged Aijo Bridge in the Ejivitare district is posing a threat to travellers. 3 houses at Bangoho village were also washed away by floods, and some houses in Kikiri have also been affected. The Disaster Office has not reported any fatal casualties.
House blows totally oneva. Rousing this like 2 go. So triple house same time this like flood blow after night come here and rousing also. By then we plan looking at and too late how by we plan rousing or something.
More than 200 people residing at the Morbe Governor's official residence are still waiting to be resettled by the provincial government and other concerned authorities. Deputy Chairman of the Sialum community, Tusi Mupanke, says they had sought legal advice and had issued a court order to the provincial government and police. The court order is to prevent authorities from evicting them, but to resettle them following the right process under an MOU signed in 2017.
We play defend me play na me play looking stem play no clear so no good kind of some so me play human being to ya no good is like something be making me play so me play you know alright lo me play so through me play got lawyer finish this lawyer play now me look long consent lo me play lo this human human rights lo me play na MOU where this MOU me play been agree long and me play been sign him long and me no been fulfilled so me play like him lawyer play he stop finish where me look me see him lo code order finish na me give him lo government a police na me give him long provincial government where look lo this la MOU me play must revisited lawyer hek upon lo this la first MOU been failed so now I'm stand on this la order where this la MOU ba me play revisit him and lo advise me play sanab long and now I'm me play him talk so go finish lo police community policing Ketrimbau, provincial government, Bati Pambon, I think no digo to lo governor na mipla look now long. This la hoda mipla got him now. Where this la hoda am lawyer advice mipla long, but mipla take him sla revisit blow hemo you go through lo court na ba mipla check him through or ba mipla all him round table sinan outside na mipla discuss him. And this la advice mipla look langan. But lo go mipla.
This is National EMTV News. Up next, we take a look at some sporting updates in Chukai Sports. Don't go away.
Original, classy and elegant is our winning combination. At Queen Emma Chocolate, we are passionate about creating PNG's very own chocolate from locally grown cocoa. That is why, from bean to bar, we ensure the quality is at the core of our products. PNG's very own chocolate, perfect for any occasion. Share the taste of success with Queen Emma Chocolate.
Come on and get down to the MEGA Randall Group Warehouse Sale. MEGA. With crazy prices, all stock must go, and it's on at the home center, Gordon's, you know. Come on down to the Bridewell Group Mega Warehouse Sale with crazy bargains to be had from the 19th of Jan to the 3rd of Feb. It's all happening at the warehouse behind Bridewell Home Center's Gordon's. Follow the signs and come on and get down to the MEGA Bridewell Group Warehouse Sale. MEGA.
Cold Power Citrus Blast uses stain-fighting active particles to remove dirt, grease and stains from your family's washing. With less scrubbing and rubbing, reducing wear and tear and saving you time. Cold Power Citrus Blast has an amazing citrus fragrance that gives that extra freshness that will last all day long.
Public awareness from IRC, payment due dates for goods and services tax, 21st of the month. Salary and wages tax, 7th of the month. Company income tax, 30 days after notice of assessment. Personal income tax, 30 days after notice of assessment. Stamp duty, due on assessment, are the withholding taxes on declaration.
Lodge appropriate tax return, which is also due on the due date as the payment date. Payment methods include FPOS. All bank debit cards are accepted at FPOS terminals at our regional centers and provincial offices. Credit cards are not accepted. Bill pay. IRC bill and name is Internal Revenue Commission, code 11628. EFT direct payment. Bank credit transfer application, bank check, bank draft. IRC is no longer accepting personal company check payments. You must include your TIN and name, tax being paid, tax period, payment date and amount, your electronic payment receipt. For more information on making tax payments or to obtain copies of your receipts, call 322-6548 or 322-6773 or visit www.irc.gov.pg.
This message is authorized by the Commissioner General, IRC.
Chukai Sports.
Welcome to Chukai Sports. The Queensland Interest Super Cup season is 3 weeks away, with round 1 scheduled to kick off on the 9th of March 2019. The SBPNG Hunters still have some of their players below the team's standard fitness level, and coach Michael Murram is also finding it difficult to finalise a strong halves combination.
The Hunters are into their 9th week of training. 31 remain, with each player putting in the hard yards, but there are still some who are not meeting set fitness levels.
But the boys have, done a fitness test on last week, at the end of last week, and some results were good, some still a lot of work to be done. But
Hunters coach Michael Murram knows time is running out, and every day before the opening match will be used to get players match fit for the season.
We've done a few extra sessions, on a regular day off. On a Wednesday, we get them out to do a bit more extra stuff. With the fitness, they're doing extras again. So,
despite the slow progress by some players, Maroom has finalized his team. Well, not officially, he has not mentioned any names, but has them in mind.
For 17, 18, I've got that team down, just looking at how they train again and how they pull up injury-wise.
Maroom is banking on the players from last season in camp to carry the team in the opening round. No surprise there. Time is of the essence.
We don't expect to have a really new side for that round 1, round 2 games. So maybe 80% of our boys will all come from that, the squad from last year before. So, yeah.
A concern though, the spine of the Hunters is not yet finalized. The 5'8" and halfback combination still in the works. The coach sees potential players, but it seems they are progressing slower than expected.
Maybe decide with the half pairing. There's a couple of boys there, so new boys there also. So, it seems like everything we're doing with them is just all new. So, we don't want to rush them through. Even some of the boys from previous years, they're still struggling a bit with the, some of particular areas in the game as well. So.
With 3 more weeks to the season opener and the team needing more time to find their footing, the coach is hoping they can hold together in the first 2 rounds.
Our goal in that first part of the season is just to make sure we, get our game right and, be competitive. Yeah.
Fidelis Sukina, National EMTV Sports.
And don't go away, we'll be back with more Trukai Sports action after these short messages.
Trukai Sports.
Original, classy and elegant is our winning combination. At Queen Emma Chocolate, we are passionate about creating PNG's very own chocolate from locally grown cocoa. That is why, from bean to bar, we ensure the quality is at the core of our products. PNG's very own chocolate, perfect for any occasion. Share the taste of success with Queen Emma Chocolate.
Introducing the new TISA Umicard for members. Call into your local branch and complete a Umicard account application. TISA Umicard is so convenient. Now you can purchase goods and withdraw cash from BSP FPOS and ATM machines in PNG. Pay for school fees. Pay medical bills. In fact, anything you need where debit cards are accepted.
TISA Savings and Loan Society.
MAPEX Training Institute. Job-oriented certificate in diploma in business courses includes Human Resource Management, Business Management, Accounting, Information Technology, and many more. For school leavers, grade 10s, 12s, and the working class. Enrollment is now open for February 4, 2019 intakes. For more information, call us on 323-2063 or email info@mapextraining.com.pg.
Next Wednesday on Marvel Runaways.
Your baby's young. Was he supposed to do that?
Frank gets healing gloves from Jonah, causing Leslie to become suspicious.
What's happening?
Why did Jonah give you those?
He and I had a lovely chat about
Nico forces Alex to reveal how he knew Tina's password.
Don't tell me some bullshit that her password was password.
Marvel Runaways. Next Wednesday, 9 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
I love the way you taste.
I love the easy meal.
I love family dinner time.
I love my true guy.
I love the quality.
I love the yummy smell.
I love the energy and strength.
I love my true kind. So many reasons, all of us agreeing. So put on your t-shirts and let's all sing.
I love my true guy.
I love my true guy.
I love my true guy.
Let's sing it again. I love my true guy.
I love my true guy.
I love my true guy. PNG's rice, the very best rice, the
'cause we all love a true crime.
Welcome back to Trukai Sports. Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited has announced 3 million kina in sponsorship towards the National Soccer League competition. This platinum sponsorship has given KPHL the naming rights to the tournament. The competition will now be called Kumul Petroleum National Soccer League.
It's been a while since the National Soccer League competition has received huge corporate backing. The new look NSL competition has just started and so far has received a whopping 3 million kina to run the competition. 1 million kina has been allocated for the 2019 season, while 2 million kina will be used to run the 2020 season.
We are starting as a partner in this journey that the new president and his board and management team have taken on in spreading the game throughout 4 regions of our country.
KPHL recognized the tournament's broad spread of the game throughout the 4 regions of the country, thus sponsoring the NSL.
We hope that soccer can lift to a different level, and we can promote the game, identify the talent that had no opportunity to expose themselves in the different corners.
This financial backing provides an opportunity to showcase the massive group of talent across Papua New Guinea. PNGFA President John Capinato was humbled by the support from KPHL. He says with this support, they look forward to growing the game in the 4 regions of the country.
We want to take football not only to Ley and City and Meding, but we want to take football right to the Highlands who've never played football before. Maybe they've played, but not in this level. And then now to the New Guinea Islands. So, Managing Director, with this partnership, with my management, with the National Soccer League, now we have a good governance in place. We're working on it. FIFA has come down stress on us. That governance must be in place. With the new leadership, we've got to now look into the country to take football forward.
The Kumul Petroleum National Soccer League competition heads into round 2 this weekend in the Northern and Southern conferences. The Highlands and New Guinea Islands conferences will start their competition next month. Elijah Levet, National EMTV Sports.
And that's it for Trukai Sports. We'll take a very quick look at the weather when we come back.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Public awareness from IRC, payment due dates for goods and services tax, 21st of the month. Salary and wages tax, 7th of the month. Company income tax, 30 days after notice of assessment. Personal income tax, 30 days after notice of assessment. Stamp duty due on assessment are the withholding taxes on declaration.
Lodge appropriate tax return, which is also due on the due date as the payment date. Payment methods include FPOS. All bank debit cards are accepted at FPOS terminals at our regional centers and provincial offices. Credit cards are not accepted. Bill pay. IRC bill and name is Internal Revenue Commission, code 11628. EFT direct payment. Bank credit transfer application, bank check, bank draft. IRC is no longer accepting personal company check payments. You must include your TIN and name, tax being paid, tax period, payment date and amount, your electronic payment receipt. For more information on making tax payments or to obtain copies of your receipts, call 322-6548 or 322-6773 or visit www.irc.gov.pg.
This message is authorized by the Commissioner General, IRC.
MAPEX Training Institute. Job-oriented certificate in plant operator and motor vehicle training courses includes mobile crane, excavator, light motor vehicles, semi-trailer, prime mover, and many more. For school leavers grade 6, 8, 10s, 12s, and the working class, enrollment is now open for January 27, 2019 intakes. For more information, call us on 323-2063 or email info@mapextraining.com.pg.
Technology is constantly evolving, creating opportunities to grow and connect globally. Telecom PNG provides you with the best innovative and flexible solutions. Our wide-ranging product portfolio includes fixed line business system, fixed broadband internet service, Metro Fiber Network, VSAT service.
You can trust us to take care of your business solution needs.
Telecom PNG, always there.
Next Wednesday on Amazing Race. 16 still remain, and who will be eliminated next on Race 8 of Amazing Race?
Alright, driver, very fast!
Teams heading to Harare, the capital city of Zimbabwe.
The can't fabric, so go that way.
Behind the East Gate Mall, the teams will exchange their outgoing mails to get their next clue. Amazing Race, next Wednesday, 8 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
In our harsh and vibrant landscape, Dulux Weather Shield is the perfect choice to protect your building against everything Mother Nature throws at it. Worth doing, worth Dulux.
The weather details were proudly brought to you by Dulux, celebrating 50 years in PNG and the only paint made in PNG.
A look at the weather in the southern region. Shower or two in Port Moresby, Kerema, Alotau and Popondetta, and some showers in Daru.
The weather details were proudly brought to you by Dulux, celebrating 50 years in PNG and the only paint made in PNG.
And that's the news, sport and weather for today, Thursday, the last day of the month of January 2019. On behalf of the entire MTV News team, pleasant viewing on your number one. Good night.